So we're going to have a quick grammar lesson by looking at some of the corrections I have made. One of my students has kindly said that we can use his essay and we can look at the mistakes made so that we can try to understand, well, some rules and repeat some rules. So let's start with the title, and you'll be pleased to know there are two mistakes in the title with articles, and so we all find it difficult. We do. Okay, so several languages are in danger of extinction because they are spoken by a very small number of people. So we definitely need an A here, guys, because this is a number of, just like a lot of. You can't say lot of and you can't say number of. You have to say a number of, a lot of. Yeah, when you mean, you know, a few. And you have to, well, actually few can be without the A, but then it changes its meaning when you say few people. That means not many. And you say a few people, and it means quite, you know, a few, many. So they are different, a few and few. But yeah, a number of, please. So we've got to have an A in here. A very small number of people, not many people. Some say that the government should spend public money on saving these languages, while others believe that it would be a waste of money. Now we need the government simply because government is singular and countable. Yeah, it's not often used uncountably. I can't actually think of an example of when we'd use government uncountably. It's always a government, the government, and so you need an article there when it's singular. You can't leave it with nothing. So we need the government, or governments if you mean governments in general, you know, all governments. Some say governments should spend public money. Okay, from ancient days, people have been curious about languages. Now, I haven't corrected this because it makes sense, but I think the collocation that we often see is from ancient times or since ancient times, so I just thought I'd mention that. And this is a good semicolon, nice one. This is what I want to see. I want to see this student splitting up his main clauses with semicolons when he feels they're quite closely joined together. Okay, how come we are the only species on Earth who have such a unique ability to communicate using different sounds and gestures which we associate with complex meanings that go far beyond our survival needs? It's a very good first sentence again, very good start, and it's a very good first paragraph, in fact. Now, you can take the that out, and I do think it sounds more natural without the that. How come we are the only species on Earth? I don't see anything wrong with it, and that's why I've put brackets around it, but I think it does read better without it, and I would certainly get rid of the by. It's unnecessary. You just, you know... we don't mean well, you might argue you do mean communicate by using sounds and gestures, but you can just say to communicate using different sounds and gestures. I don't think we'd often put the by in there, and I suppose it's because we can just leave it out, and it's clear what you mean. You know, you mean communicate using different sounds and gestures. So, which we associate with complex meanings that go far beyond our survival needs. An old legend states, now again, I'm going to say the same thing that I did about government, and I'm going to say it again about legend. Yeah, legend is not uncountable. It's a countable noun. You can have one legend, two legends, three legends, just like you can have one government, two governments, three governments. And so we do need an article before it if we're going to use it in a singular way. Now, I prefer an here rather than the, and it's because we're introducing this legend for the first time in this essay. And, you know, legend is quite vague. We're going to say what the legend states, but when we introduce it for the first time, we actually usually say an old legend claims, an old legend states. There's nothing wrong with using a the, actually. The old legend states. It sounds more like you're introducing it with an, and with a the, it sounds like the other person that you're talking to might already know which legend you mean. Maybe everybody knows this old legend, and then if you want to make it sound like that, then you say the old legend, the one that we all know about. But an old legend states makes it more of an introduction. You know, you're introducing this legend into existence. But you do need one or the other. There must be an or a the there, but both are possible. So, an old legend states that back in the days, people spoke only one single language. But in the ancient city of Babylon, according to the book of Genesis, human languages were mixed and the era of one common language came to an end. Yeah, we do call the books in the Bible the book of Genesis, the book of Numbers,